Golf Zone. I'm your host, PGA golf professional Jimmy Hanlin. Golf Zone is presented to you by Vaughn, and we have a special guest this week. Steve Vaughn joins us from Weymouth Country Club, and Steve has been nice enough to come on to downtown Cleveland, and thanks for coming, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, so we were talking a little bit off the air. You were full golf course today, man. Isn't that a great feeling?
It was great. It was awesome. It's like midsummer.
Yeah,
it's absolutely beautiful.
And it's going to be nice all the way through this week. I mean, we're just going to get tons of play. People are jonesing to play golf right now, and that's the fun thing about Cleveland is that, or just Ohio in general, is that once that weather changes, man, it's like full go. You know, we've been resting, for the last like 3 or 4 months. Like, all right, is this ever going to start? By July, I'll be talking to you and be like, gosh, Jimmy, is it ever going to snow? It goes, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. So, yeah, that's awesome.
Steve, tell me a little bit about yourself. Are you from the Cleveland, Ohio area, or where are you from originally?
I am. I actually was a military brat. I grew up all over the place. Excuse me. And I graduated from Aurora High School by Barrington.
Yeah.
And then I went to Ohio University, taught like 30 years of high school, retired, and got pretty good at golf in the summertime.
Yeah.
Took the PAT and then went into the PGM program. And,
second career, huh?
Second career.
So what did you teach when you were in the?
I taught sciences.
Oh, cool.
I finished up with physics.
Yeah.
And I taught mostly neuroscience.
We're gonna pick this guy's brain for sure. Physics and sciences and tied into the golf swing. So let's talk about that a little bit. So in your teaching, let's not even go to the science part of it yet. Do you feel like that just the patience, what age groups did you teach when you were?
All is high school.
Yeah, so
junior high and high school.
The patience that it took for you to be able to deal with high school students and junior high kids, is that going to be an advantage for you going forward as a PGA professional?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. It's, I tend to be able to set up a system of a teaching method that I can do for the kids and based on what their levels are or their talents are.
Yeah.
And I can either go faster or slower. And so my teaching career really has enhanced my teaching as a PGA and teaching of golf. So.
Well, communicating, and we all know this, and I have 2 of them. So communicating with kids is different.
Yes.
It's not that easy unless you're on their iPhone looking at them, talking to them. It's very hard to get through to kids these days.
Right.
So I would think that would be a great advantage to you because you've done it over the last 30 years, and in the last 10 years, it's been a lot different from that side of it. So, let's talk about your physics and your science background. Does any of that pop into your mind when now that you're studying the golf swing and going through the golf swing? Does any of that come to say, wow, this kind of makes sense both ways?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Particularly on the lag, trying to create lag and understanding why that works. And then striking the ball. Why is it better in the square in the face, not the toe?
Yeah.
And then ball flight. And it helps determine ball flight. And I can explain it to people a little bit easier about why the ball flight's off.
Yeah.
Because where it's struck on the face.
That's cool. I guess I have met some teachers that have got into the golf profession, but I don't know if I've met a science physics teacher that got into it. So that's a kind of a neat mix. So how long? Just started at Weymouth? Been there for?
This is my second season.
Second season. Let's talk a little bit about Weymouth. Tell me. I've played there many times before, and some wonderful people there. But talk a little bit about Weymouth and your relationship there.
I'm an assistant pro. I work at little pro shop hours, and then I do the junior programs. I'm a PGA junior league captain. We've doubled our numbers from last year to this year, and we do I help out with all the junior clinics and the teaching, and then I give private lessons as well.
So let's talk again. We'll get back to Weymouth a little bit, but junior league, it's growing in the world of the PGA right now. Tell me, because most people here probably don't know what the junior league is. So let's kind of
the PGA Junior League is similar. If you had to make any equation, it would be to Little League baseball.
Yeah.
You put teams you have a 2-person scramble. You play a 2-person scramble, and you can substitute them throughout the match of 9 holes. And they cheer for each other. They help out with the flags. They help line up putts, and they practice. And we have practices once a week. Then we go out and play. Our league is Westbrook, Westfield, Fox, Meadow, and ourselves.
Yep.
And that's our league.
And so the PGA, you came up with this to make golf more fun for kids, to have more interaction with kids, and to be able to make it more like Little League, like you said, where they enjoy being around kids. Because that's really, in our junior programs, that's our struggle. I'll be honest, my struggle with my own kid is that he doesn't want to go out and hit balls by himself.
Right.
But if I say he can bring his two buddies out to hit balls, they'll stay out there all day.
Absolutely, it's fun.
That's a cool.
Come in when it's dark. Right?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. All right, let's talk a little bit about the golf course there at Weymouth. What do you like about it, and what do you think the best attributes are there at Weymouth?
Oh, the course layout's outstanding. It's very challenging in the fact that the layout can give you creative different lies.
Yeah.
You hit a little miss in the rough. The rough right now is pretty brutal. It's like U.S. Open rough. The greens by mid-July when we have the Open, the Ohio Open, when we have that, those things will be sweet.
Lightning fast.
Lightning quick. And then they do a great job out there. Kenny Ackerman, he does a fantastic job. He's a superintendent. Yeah, it's a really good job. And then, and him with our head pro Kevin Most, they do. That's a great place to work. I'm ecstatic.
I love it. I love it. All right, so let's talk a little bit. I got to get one tip from you, or one thing that in your teaching, again, transferring from a teacher to a teacher now of golf, type of a thing. What do you see most on a driving range? Now, give me one thing that you feel like you focus on more than anything in your teaching. You could show us, we could talk about it a little bit, but just something that that you feel like that you've been able to help people with a lot from a standpoint.
Well, really breaking down, the best thing is grip.
Yeah.
Is getting a good solid grip.
Yep. And
from that, everything's based off, flies from there. But once I fix their grip a little bit, I call it the $200 grip.
Yeah.
It's like every time I give it to them, that's a $200 grip. I'm like, okay. And I should say 2,000 because I learned it down at seminar.
Yeah, that's right.
But anyway, so once I get the grip going, and then we really work on trying to get our arms going here. So just to give you a demonstration, so trying to get this so that our arms and our wrists are cocked nice. And this, I work on this more so that we come back down in our slot. So this we'll do a little pumping, and then get
those arms swinging.
Get the arms swinging.
So it's funny because let me tell you, I would have given you the exact same answer that he just gave you. Grip is so important. So I play in a million charity events, a ton of all these, where I only see the people that I play with maybe for one shot, maybe for 9 holes, but a lot of times I get to watch them hit 1 or 2 balls, and they look at me like, okay, how are you going to fix me? I can tell you right now, the $200 grip is exactly right, because I probably change more grips for average players in a summer than anything else by far. Right. And I don't know what you see, but most of the time what I see is, people typically have their hand too much on top the golf club right here. It's very weak is what we would call it in our world. And they wonder why the ball goes right, because they can't square the golf club up. Right. So many people get that left hand turned over where you can see the 2 knuckles down there, and all of a sudden it's just like a miracle, isn't it? I mean, they start hitting it straight and they look at you.
I oftentimes do a 3 knuckles.
Yeah, 3 knuckles.
So they get it.
Especially if you can't create a lot of speed and you can't, you don't have the ability to square the club face up. Exactly. That's exactly right. Almost even looking at 3 knuckles. It's so much better to have a stronger left hand grip than it is to have a weaker grip, unless you're just flat out a really good player with good hand-eye coordination.
Right.
So
exactly.
The $200 grip, I never heard it, but I'm going to use it a lot going forward.
Absolutely, it's all yours
right now.
No charge for that.
I'm going to steal that from you for sure. But hey, it's been a pleasure having you on. I know you're looking forward to the season out there at Weymouth, and it's going to be good. And they're lucky to have you too. And
thank you.
And what a great path. I mean, it's just, I love to hear stories of people in their paths going through, and to be able to move into your second career and do that, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks
very much.
Appreciate it. Steve Vaughn, check him out at Weymouth Country Club, and he'll be there teaching and helping the kids. And PGA Junior program is a pretty cool thing. It's many need to be involved with. All right, we come back. We have the Varmint Guard golf tip of the week, so stick around if you want to see it. It's right after the break, right here on Fox Sports Ohio.